Well, we all know 2017 has been a year filled with some pretty tough news. From recent mass shootings to natural disasters, today's world can be a scary place, especially for kids. So how can you help calm their fears? Sheila Reynolds is here with us. She is a parent educator with Hampton Family Services, and she is joining us with some advice today. Sheila, thank you so much for joining us.
You're very welcome.
This is, we were talking before the show about how huge of an issue this is when kids see terrible things happening in the world. As a parent, where do you start that conversation with them about the things that they see?
I think it is important to start the conversation. A lot of times children don't really know how to express what they're hearing or seeing. So as parents, we really have to take the initiative. And we have to open the conversation up, encourage our children to talk about how they feel about these events, share with them how we feel about the events, and really let them be our guide to how much information they really need to hear. We can't control everything our kids are exposed to, and even if we want to shut down the information stream, we may not be able to because they get it from so many different sources. And it's available everywhere. Their friends will talk about it. The younger the child is, the more sensitive you must be to how much information you share, because young children need reassurance. They need to know they're safe. They need to know this world, while it's scary, can also be a safe and welcoming place. And one of the things that I would encourage parents to do is to focus on how people are helping other people.
That is huge that you say that, because especially, anchoring our morning news here, we share a lot of the great parts of humanity, but then we have to also share some of the things that really hurt us. You say point out the good things that people are doing, and maybe our kids will see the good in themselves too.
And they will, and I would encourage them to help if they want to help, to encourage them either on a one-on-one basis. This time of year there are a lot of volunteer opportunities. Parents, if they're with their children, even young children, might be able to attend serving the homeless at a shelter, doing some church activities, doing community activities that help others. And it makes you feel that you have some power and control. And that is such a piece that children need to know, that they can have an impact, they can do something. Children often raise funds for disaster relief, for families that they're aware of that need help, and it makes them feel as if they're contributing. It gives them reassurance the world is not such a scary place for them.
They don't have to feel helpless.
They don't have to feel helpless.
With the events that they see.
Right.
Just briefly, we talked about this. Some parents feel like they don't even want to turn on the news. They don't want their kids to see the news because they're afraid of what they will see. But you say that's not necessarily the answer, just to shut everything out.
Well, you can't shut it out. And so if you pretend it's not happening, it can be more frightening for a child because you're not willing to deal with the reality of their world. And they need to know that you are there for them, and if you're ignoring what's going on, it can make them even more afraid.
Wow, what a huge responsibility is for parents.
Tremendous.
Especially today, trying to balance how much they get, but you say the biggest thing is talking with their kids.
Reassuring, letting them know there's good in the world, as well as these sad, horrific events that seem to happen on a daily basis, that we can comfort one another, that we can support one another, and we can make a difference.
We can. I love those words. Sheila giving us great advice this morning. There's more information there for you on the screen about Hampton Healthy Families. There are classes on how you can communicate with your kids and more. The number there, 727-1300. Sheila Reynolds, thank you so much for joining us. This is much needed for parents and for adults.
Yes. Don't give up hope.
Don't give up hope. I love that message there. Time now.